Hi, this is Joni, holistic health teacher, coach, consultant, and guide. You'll hear me shifting my introduction as so many of us today, especially when exploring consciousness, become multidisciplinary within our work. Labels of any kind have never been a favorite of mine, as sometimes they can actually box us in instead of allowing us to explore, share what we learn, and become more free, which is exactly what I'm sharing today. Today's topic, which is essentially on freedom and sovereignty, stems from several years back, but for me, but over this last year of this global experience, more people have caught on more than ever before. More and more people are, quote unquote, waking up. Now, I'm not talking about trendy woke culture. I'm also definitely not talking about good vibes only or love and light either. That kind of terminology has become detrimental over the last decade plus to allowing people to truly wake up. But what does this even mean, to wake up? People have been realizing over the last couple decades, and now more than ever given this COVID/global pandemic experience, that they don't exactly feel free in their own lives. While this is our birthright, managing the realities of life in these hectic modern times makes freedom feel more elusive than ever. What a racket. We followed the rules, but damn if we are still not quite where we want to be. Where we were told we would be by gaining a great education, obtaining a secure job, marrying, having kids, serving our communities, along with other more traditional ways of being in this physical world. These days, we're simply living in an era, it's a different era, and even more so over this last year. In the 1900s, we moved from the industrial age to the information age. Now we're moving into what's more of a multi-sensory age, or some people term it a holographic age. There are many terms coming into fruition for this age, depending on where you choose to search. But as a holistic health practitioner, we see plenty of people moving from holistic, referencing the whole, to experiences that appear to be multidimensional. Stemming from the information age, moving at the speed of light, we'll continue to see what the future holds. For now, with so much coming at us from every direction, magnified even more so over this last year, there's no way humans are not evolving in order to cope, for better or for worse. This might sound a little bit out there, but times are changing at an ever-increasing rate. We're all being encouraged to become a lot more open to possibility, to new ways of thinking, and fast-paced change. Larger government and corporate structures are not keeping pace for the people, thankfully recently magnified tenfold, so we must become much more fast and light in order to move with the times. Releasing attachments to essentially all forms of security and stability is becoming not only a way to survive, but also an avenue toward living in flow with whatever is happening around us. This is how we'll set ourselves free. Simplifying within this short video, we find freedom in two realms. Outer freedom, so of this world, physical, material, our homes, cars, financials, environments, anything we can touch and feel in everyday life. Inner freedom, referencing the endless chatter in our minds. To-do list, keeping up with the Joneses, judgments, projections, blaming, etc., of ourselves and of others. Thoughts that lead to feelings, beliefs, and actions that do or do not serve personal and or professional relations. In order to be set free, we must drop current identities in some ways to allow for the next chapters to unfold. Tapping into our truths allows us to begin. Tapping into our individual truths, we figure out what we love. Maybe we thought we knew, but often we realize something new. We discover what works for us and only us, whether that is how to recreate a career or to trust the process that is true and unique to both ourselves and or that of a loved one. We learn what lights us up. We ask ourselves questions. We ask other people questions. With this self-awareness, we soon understand how to stay in our own lanes and trust that everyone around us is doing the best they can. We then learn how to better relate to others. Tools and techniques to drop out of our heads and into our bodies and essentially our hearts are key. Simplified here, but this is the way to set ourselves free. This inner freedom translates to outer freedom and vice versa. When our minds are right, quote unquote right, or clear, or aligned, we better create the outer worlds we desire. This in turn lends to supporting our inner worlds and creating more freedom. We've all heard the old adage, if there's one thing that is constant, it's change. In this new multi-dimensional era, it's now extremely fast-paced change. The cool thing about this is that when we're committed to making our own shifts, they can happen very quickly. Tapping into these tools and techniques that we can apply to each day is one way to find and/or hang on to our freedom. Ironically, we must release identities, attachments, and control, a similar hanging on, to be set free. Truly a delicate balance. I'll link my playlist on daily holistic practices for you to begin to play around with. There's no one way to do it. There's no right way to do it. There's no race, there's no competition, and there's no deadline. Other than that, it's becoming very clear that we are running out of time. Given I finally put this down on paper in February 2019, exploring much of this for over a decade, we can at this point truly say that hindsight is 2020. In the words of Ram Dass, you wake up at the rate you wake up. We all start where we are. I'll also link a video on that in the description below. With so much crazy happening all around us, including in the media, please like, subscribe, and share this video if it resonates with you and/or could support someone you love. That one small action can help more people to be well. If you'd like to book a session with me, please see my contact info in the description below. Thank you for being here. Let's support one another in becoming much more sovereign and much more free.